Ladies and gentlemen, not once, not twice, but several times, the senator from Nandi County, Samson Cherargei, Ruto's friend, Ruto's mouthpiece, who has been telling Kenyans that Ruto needs an additional number of years in office, has always been telling us that Kipchumba Murkomen has been one of the most incompetent cabinet secretaries under William Ruto's regime.
But yesterday I was shocked that the Minister of Interior, when he received this news of killings in Angata Baragoi, his comments were very reckless, it was very insensitive, and it works and smells incompetence, as I've always said about his track record in any ministry. And
he did not just start that today. He has been doing it ever since Murkomen was the Transport Cabinet Secretary, Sports, and now at the Interior docket. On this video here today, I want to take you through on some of the things that have happened under Kipchumba Murkomen that probably are prompting Samson Cherargei to say that Murkomen is the most incompetent cabinet secretary in this regime. But of course, I also want to post it as a question to you. Is Kipchumba Murkomen the most incompetent cabinet secretary, or is he incompetent? Please let me see the comments, your comments on the comment section as you watch this video. But before I take you through this topic today, please, if this is the first time you're watching my videos, kindly make sure that you subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. My name is Abel Mokwa. Let me dive in. Why is it that Samson Cherargei has always been saying that Kipchumba Murkomen is the most incompetent? Now, first of all, let me start with the transport docket. Now, Kipchumba Murkomen, even if before I go to the transport, let me start while he was a senator. When he was a senator of Elgeyo Marakwet, Kipchumba Murkomen, I don't think even went there for any form of oversight. But at that time, he was very busy defending President Willliam Ruto in any platform that he could get a chance to speak. Of course, they had someone else, and that is the governor of that county from Azimio, and we did not hear of any tangible development project from that region. And Kipchumba Murkomen never bothered to go there and even conduct an oversight on what is really happening at Elgeyo Marakwet. Nevertheless, when William Ruto became the president of the Republic of Kenya, he actually resigned as the senator for Elgeyo Marakwet, and he was appointed to the cabinet by William Ruto as the transport cabinet secretary. People started wondering, why has he appointed Kipchumba Murkomen? From my side, I even told myself probably if there's going to be a super cabinet secretary in William Ruto's regime, then it was to be Kipchumba Murkomen. However, to be honestly speaking, I got disappointed. Now, this gentleman came into power as the cabinet secretary for transport. And during this time, there were so many problems that were occurring, especially complaints from Kenyans on roads, and the latest one, that one was of JKIA. Then we ask ourselves, what was happening? This gentleman is the closest to President William Ruto among the cabinet secretaries. Why is it that he's not able to fix JKIA? Because he came out and this is what he was saying when there was a leaking roof.
why would you form a committee of 10 people to fix a leaking roof? Which country are we? What are we saying as a nation? It shows to the incompetence of CS Murkomen. Because if he will form a committee to fix a leaking roof, what will happen to roads that have stalled in Nandi?
Now, we thought probably he was seriously acting on it. And not once, not twice, there were blackouts in JKIA. He came and said they bought a new generator. He came and said they are going to fix it. He even went ahead to sack one of the senior officers within the JKIA. And despite of all those, JKIA was not finished. Kenyans were asking, why is it that he keeps on coming up saying some things and nothing's being done? Only to realize that this gentleman was taken there purposely to go and create way or pave way for their Adani deal to take place. Brand our airport to be so bad so that the Adani people can come up as the saviors for this country. However, Kenyans did not sleep because they went to the streets, some went to parliament, especially the Nyonka's team, and they protested against the Adani deal, and eventually it was cancelled. Not because of Kenyans' cry, but because of the US exposure of the Adani people, the way they operate. So we found out that while he was in transport, he was purposely there to serve the interest of President William Ruto and their interest as far as the Adani deal and benefits are concerned. And that was approved to Rigathi Gachagwa's point that William Ruto does not put efforts where he does not benefit. So it ended up becoming incompetent within the transport docket. There's no single road he launched in this country. There's no construction that took place. There's no fixing of the airport. And there's nothing actually happened that you can say Kipchumba Murkomen did well as far as transport is concerned. During his time, we had so many road accidents occurring, including that one of Londiani, where people died and still the road is the same and the people on the roadside selling things, they're back there. Under Kipchumba Murkomen, these people got back to that road. So incompetent, according to me. Now, going ahead again, he became the cabinet secretary for sports. During this time, they removed someone who actually could resonate with the people a bit than any other cabinet secretary in William Ruto's regime. That is Ababu Namwamba. We saw him trying to implement one or two things, despite most of them did not go through, like Talanta Hela and stuff. But they brought Kipchumba Murkomen, who the only thing that he did, it is to accompany the athletes from Nairobi to Eldoret town to go and get received. That's the only thing I saw. Apart from that, tell me in the comment section what you remember Kipchumba Murkomen for. The docket of our sports. Not even a single one. Not even a single one. We did not see anything happening that you can tell there's a serious cabinet secretary in this docket. Until now, Kenyans are wondering why is President William Ruto constantly leaning towards Kipchumba Murkomen. Now, apart from that, we also now have him as the Interior Cabinet Secretary, Interior Ministry. Now he's in charge of our Homeland Security. Ladies and gentlemen, do you feel the presence of a competent Cabinet Secretary? I'm very sure the answer of most of you is going to be no. Please confirm it in the comment section. But on this video here, I want to take you through on some of the occurrences that are showing that Kipchumba Murkomen has confirmed to be the most incompetent. Let me take you to Turkana, just the recent one. Just after he had been appointed, in Turkana County there were some battles and wars that were happening, and about 20 people disappeared, and no one knew where they were. He went there casually. He visited that place. They sat down in a meeting. Up to now, those people are not recovered. A person dying, 20 people is not just... This is just a car you can repair. This is not a road. This is not a supermarket you can rebuild or restock. These are lives that were missing. But Kipchumba Murkomen just gave very casual statements. Until now, we don't know whether those people are found or not. Probably it's because they're not renowned. Probably because they're not holding big seats in government. Probably they don't seem to be important. Probably because they are poor. Now they are missing. Nobody knows where they are. There's no report you can get so far from the interior docket that they were found. And we don't know even what is the state of that place right now of security. We only may be expecting some more people to get lost or get killed, and then we see him there again. As if that is not enough, ladies and gentlemen, recently there was a case where gangs were coming up in Mombasa, in the coast region. People seriously coming up with calling themselves Panga Boys.
Security concerns in the coastal region are mounting as criminal gangs resurface.
And Kipchumba Murkomen has not castigated the laxity of the police officers in that region. Where were they when these gangs were created? Where was the intelligence service? Where's the NIS when all these things were happening? So who is Kipchumba Murkomen serving in this country if all these things cannot be harmonized and see that Kenyans are not threatened by such kind of groups? Now, as if that is also not enough, as we speak today, if you go to Barakoi, the recent one, we had a simple conflict. But police officers went there and killed 5 people. Amongst them, most of them were youths. Actually, someone was even 21 years old. A young boy in a polytechnic. Someone who is yet to even provide for the family. Someone who is yet to establish his life. Someone who is yet to give back to his mother and father, who have probably struggled to raise them and even educate them. And Kipchumba Murkomen has not come out to apologize to those families that lost their lives. He has not come out to castigate the killing because there could be commotion there. There could be retaliation from the public. But was shooting someone in the head the necessary thing to do? Well, I'm asking this question. If you look at it clearly, when police were going to Haiti, they were trained before being taken there to help the people of Haiti. But of Kenya, they are not trained. They are left there. They are believed to be the best trained. So when they go to the field, they even don't know how to handle simple conflicts, but instead they use their bullets. And Kipchumba Murkomen coming out and just praising the police officers and simply going to castigate the moves or maybe the retaliation from the people, the citizens who are shot. No apologies. When we go to his statement that he made recent, you ask yourself, who is Kipchumba Murkomen serving? Still defending the police officers even when they go wrong. What is the intention of the police officers in the country as we speak? Is it killing or protecting lives? I don't know what's your take as far as Kipchumba Murkomen is concerned. Please, on the comment section, share with me whether you are satisfied with what Kipchumba Murkomen is doing. Going back to now the coast region, recently we had Al-Shabaab are now intruding to the country. Is Kipchumba Murkomen doing anything? Please, do you feel that we are safe as a country? I don't want to talk about that much because details are yet to come out, but there is an allegation that so many officers of the country, maybe KDF, were also murdered, but we want to get to the root of this so that we understand what probably is happening in the coastal region. My name is Abel Mokwa. Please keep following, keep subscribing, keep commenting. That's the best way you can support this channel. See you next time for more videos.